Hello, blessings everyone. Welcome again, Shrees in a Circle. My name is Kay. Happy to have you here. I wanted to share with you a beautiful dream message that I had a few days ago. See, the thing with dreams is it's special. For me, dreams, they bring you to a different space, time and space altogether. And it opens your third eye. It's like some call it astral travel, and logically speaking, my mental brain can't make sense of it. And so I've just learned to let go of what my logical brain thinks, because that's the thing with logical brains is it's really hard for the logical brain to make sense of the wonderment of the world and the universe that we live in. It's a lot that we can't fathom or experience in this lifetime. You know, it's a lot of magic in the universe. And when you dream of it, because you're in that environment, you're living the dream, it's so real, it feels so tangible. And so you bring on that aha moments. So that's why, like, for some of you and those of you who do dream and do remember your dreams, it's a really good habit to write down your dreams, because a lot of times it may not make sense. But after a while, you know, when you reflect about it, the message comes true. And so in this dream, and this is truly a message for have lost someone in your lives. Yeah, someone dear to you in your lives. I dreamt that I saw, I was a third party in this dream. Like, I was seeing the scene that happened and unfolded before my eyes. I saw a lady and she was crouched on the earth. The earth was parched, barren, ochre yellow, like a very sandy, desertic, semi-desert area. Just thinking of Arizona, Sedona, I don't know, like the desert areas comes to mind, but not fully desert, still habitable. She was crouched on the ground and she had buried her child. That I knew in my dream. I just knew telepathically what she was doing, and she was really sad. Like, just imagine having lost your child too soon. And she was mourning. And then at that moment, a very ultra modern, silvery, metallic, very modern aircraft just zoomed and did a beautiful arc over her. And to me, I just know and I feel and I sense that the arc, the shape of the rainbow and the arc is always a very good omen. It's a very good auspicious symbol. And it was really loud, but it was not like annoyingly loud. It was that frequency that was loud, but it filled up your cells and it felt right somehow. And so that aerial ship did this beautiful arch, and I think she noticed that aircraft, but what she did not notice, and which I saw for the first time, I saw a man, a grandfatherly looking man, reach down from the heavens. Like literally he came down out from nowhere, out from the clouds, and he was cloaked in white. So I saw a lot of light coming, beaming out from this being of light. And now that I think about it and I reflect about it, he really looked like an archangel, a very powerful one too. And what was remarkable for me, because I've never seen an angel, this is the first encounter, I would say, from a dream that I actually come face to face seeing what an angel looked like. But he reached down from the clouds and he was massively huge, but seemed proportionate. But now to think about it, he took up all the space from the sky to the earth. The lady was crouching, unaware. There was this great being of light coming down from the sky, and his entire body and his cloaks and his veils and everything that was light around him took up the whole space between the sky and the earth. That was how huge he was. And he bent down and consoled the lady. It's like he was crouching before her and consoling her, but she did not notice his presence. But I saw it. I was like, whoa, I was like, oh my God. And it was a very humbling experience. It was very loving. There was just love and understanding, but yet at the same time, he's just there, but he doesn't want to make his presence felt like knock knock, I'm here, like I'm protecting you. He's not seeking any validation. He's just there. He's loving. He's protecting, watching over, and yet not wanting to make his presence felt like, I'm sure he could, but he didn't. So it was a very quiet, sort of detached, but still there's so much love and protection. And that I felt was the first time I came to see and feel the love from the higher celestial beings. That was very powerful. It's really hard to describe now that I've awoken. I'm in my awoke state, conscious state of mind. It's easy to just come out with the words, but the feeling of actually experiencing it, seeing it in my dream and seeing this great being of light just reach down from the heavens and protecting over this lady was immense. My interpretation after the dream, when I woke up, was that the lady symbolizes the loss. Like whenever you love someone or something that you love a lot, it's taken from you too early, too soon. You feel this great sense of loss, that ark and that aircraft, that ultra-modern aircraft, for me it symbolizes as if this child, this life that was taken too soon was actually being propelled and asked to join other interstellar realms of life. He was taken, or she was taken, the child was taken too soon because this child had a mission, a higher mission to accomplish. And so the angels, the heavenly beings were taking this child to that planet or realm, and so the child has not gone. It was that aircraft had actually taken the child away. So the lady, the mother, may not know that. And so as she was mourning, though, probably her archangel or the angels came down and offered that solace, protection, and comfort. And to me, and I want to share this with, with all of you, and most importantly for me to just voice out that message to humanity, is that the mental mind, it's really hard to comprehend light, love, spirit, because we're so dense in our physical body and our physical existence that if we can't touch it, we can't see it, we can't feel it, it's really hard to fathom. That's why dreams are so powerful, because in the dream it feels as if you're living that life, that moment. It's real, right? And so I got to get a glimpse of the angels and their power and their light and their love, and how they do not want to be seen. They're not asking for validation. They're not asking for hero worship. They're just there. And so don't ever hesitate to ask for the presence of joy, light, love, and heavenly support as and when you need it, because they are there. And what is coming between you and that spiritual realm it's really a question of belief. And I'm not saying like go blind belief and worship angels and, celestial beings. Don't ever do things blindly. But just everything is about intention. Because everything's about intending to connect with a higher energy and higher frequency. Because when you intend to connect with higher frequencies, angelic frequencies, joy, light, love, then that intention manifests into action. It manifests into your physical reality. And you take on this accountability to become joy, light, and love because you've set the intention to align with this energy. And it's all about energy. Everything is about energy. And a powerful part of how energy plays is always having an intention. So yeah, we might not see the manifestation of all our intentions right here, right now, simply because in this earthly physical dimension that we're in, things travel much slower. It's much slower because it's dense. You know, it takes time. So whatever we are experiencing right here, right now, in our lives, in our bodies, you know, our jobs and everything we have is a creation of what we have intended and the intentions and that we have set in the past, and it's now manifesting. It's actualizing right now. So for your future, you know, whatever you're manifesting right now and intending, it will come true in the future. And whether you want it to be accelerated, right? I want to align as quick as possible to my highest timeline. If you want to accelerate that process, is there a trick? No, I don't think there's any tricks, right? It's really about being conscious in the moment. That's easy to do. And not so easy because we get sidetracked, we get brain fog, we are not conscious most of the time. We're on autopilot. We let our habit energies rule our day-to-day, right? Which is laziness, sleepiness, greed, anger. All these are habitual energies. Like, it's everybody else's fault, not mine, you know, not taking accountability and stuff. So you can speed up your highest timeline, and to speed up, all you gotta do is to set yourself in that high vibration state and take accountability, take ownership. So having your own intentions, writing down your intentions and writing down your affirmations are truly very important. So if you love someone, okay, and you're like, I really love this person, but I don't understand why we're not together. See, the fact that you've said, I don't understand why we're not together, it's already a resistance. You can feel it from that statement. I don't understand why we're not together. You'll never be together. The more you say that, and the more you say like, oh, this will never come true. No, it's too hard. No, it's not possible. The more you say that, the more resistance you build within this thick, dense human existence. It's even harder to manifest. So you got to go against the grain. No matter what your mental body is saying, it's so difficult. I don't understand why. It takes time. I understand. One day it will happen. You know, and so convert that. Don't say lies to yourself, but then speak it in an affirmative, positive note, right? That I acknowledge that it is, there is something that I feel, and it will happen when it'll happen, and I trust the universe. And so that's a different speech from, this will never happen. I don't understand why. And yes, I understand why. I understand it takes time, and I'm willing to wait. You know, so these are the ways in which you take back the power. You know, don't give up your power. Don't lose your power to external circumstances and other people, and don't lose yourself in that process. The most important thing is that, see, we are all interdependent, codependent, and the more you think that you are in charge, the harder it is to take control of stuff, because we're not in charge. You know, there's a lot of forces at play. You know, we cannot take full control. And so if you surrender and let go and say, hey, you know, I surrender and let go. I know that there are other forces at play, and I trust that the universe has got my back. And I trust that if things are going to work well, it's going to work well for my highest and greatest good. And so that way you do two things. One, you take accountability back to yourself. You're not just like, I give up. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, you know, no, you take back control and accountability. And two, you're willing to be surprised. You're willing to open up your mind and allow things to be even better and bigger and more beneficial to you that you maybe could not have understood in this moment. You are not open to it. So just be open so that you can receive more than what your limited capability has right now. Just be open to it. You might not have the answers right now, but be open that one day the answer is going to come and it's going to surprise you, right? You'll be positively surprised. So that is the message of this this video. And underlying thing is really about trust yourself, you know, trust that there are higher forces, and you are one. You know, it's not like the higher forces are outside, you know, there's an angel within you. And that maybe in your past lives, you were an angel too. You were also from high frequency realms. The human realm is a very high frequency realm, by the way. It's very, very close to the angel realms. And especially if you are a divine, good person. The fact that, you know, we all are resonating to the language of love, joy, and light means that you already are in that high vibrational mode. And that is a very high being existence. So don't waste your life. You know, use this life right now to cultivate awareness, awareness and loving kindness to yourself, most importantly, and to all beings around you. And yeah, do not kind of like let society or external forces influence the way in which you write your own personal life mission. Write your own life mission based on what you love, based on what makes you happy, based on your own individuality, and not because of what your parents or lineage expects from you or society expects from you. And do stuff because you love it, and do it for yourself, not to show it off to other people. There's nothing to show. And seeking validation from other people might give you a quick fix dopamine effect of like, I got so much, but at the end of the day, it does nothing to you. It brings nothing to you. Getting validation and love and all that from others, truly, you still feel really hollow inside unless you truly love yourself. So you can be with like surrounded by people who worship you and praise you and love you, but if you don't love yourself, you still feel really hollow. And then you're like seeking for more and more. So what I think is it's always important to come back to the present moment and be happy with whatever you have and to be happy with nothing. To be happy with as little as material stuff, because what is truly, truly satisfying and fulfilling are the immaterial things. Is that feeling of contentment and peace and joy and bliss. And simply just holding a crystal can make all that difference. So, side note here, a lot of good dreams that I have, I noticed that the day before, the night before, I have been meditating, 1, and 2, meditating with a crystal that called to me. So the night before, I had this dream of seeing that archangel. I was holding smoky quartz because smoky quartz was calling to me. It's not this one, but it's on my desk. It looks like this is smoky quartz, but the one I was holding was the twin flame. So it had 2 geodes stuck together, but at the bottom were many ridges. So it was like, although there are two beings together cosmically, there are many beings that's supporting the journey of the twin flame. And I was literally just holding the smoky quartz and meditating on, I did a loving kindness meditation. I'll give a guided meditation on loving kindness later on, but literally I was just holding the smoky quartz and meditating, and I had this wonderful dream. But it cannot be forced. See, it has to, the thing with crystals is you could read a book, you could take guidance from someone else as to which crystal is good for what, but at the end of the day, hold a crystal that's calling to you. Yes, it's, as strange as it sounds, crystals do communicate, but at a very intuitive level, means very, very energetic level. You just feel like holding one today. So today I just feel like holding, whoops. Oh, rose quartz didn't want to leave me, but yeah, I was holding this beauty. Can't remember what it is, but this is a natural crystal that we found in Italy. And I just love its ridges, its cuboid form. It's dark red, but I can't remember the name, and it really doesn't matter. So holding a crystal, meditating, holding your space and being content inside, fulfilled inside, does wonders as part of your whole spiritual self-care ritual and routine. And feel that all the love, right? All the love that you need is right here, right now, in your heart. And the more you try to convince yourself that your happiness lies in the hands of someone else or elsewhere, whether it's someone you love or your kids or your work or money or whatever, external circumstances, the more you're giving your power away. Because the moment you get that object, the moment you get that person in your life, you feel empty again. Now what? So what's truly important is not to say abandon and become a a recluse hermit, but it's to find and accept that the material timeline, the physical timeline takes a long time. All right, it's the same as the concept of, see, you can't speed up the process. If a butterfly takes X number of days to turn into a butterfly from a caterpillar during that phase of metamorphosis, you simply taking the scissors and cutting the cocoon is not going to help the butterfly become a butterfly. In fact, it'll die because it's premature. It wasn't ready to fly. So when you feel stuck, when you feel like things are not progressing fast enough for you, if you feel like you've met the person, the love of your life, and that person is not with you right now, it's because there's still issues, my friend, that you still need to evolve and ascend. When you have done the work, both you and the other person, your twin flame, let's say, then you will be together. But until then, it's good to have met that person or that whatever, but come back to yourself. There's still more healing work to be done, and you're not ready yet. And the universe is telling you, it takes time, my friend. Do what needs to be done now and come back to yourself. And the more we feel fulfilled within ourselves with our own interests and simply being able to take care of ourselves lovingly, you'll see that you will start to attract things and people and opportunities into your life, and that whole abundance starts to open up because you are holding your space, you're holding your light, and people are attracted to that light. They'll come to you. So the more you chase others, the more you're going to run away because you're being graspy and clingy and wanting and needy. That's a very push energy. You know, you're pushing them away. The more you are fulfilled well within yourself and stable, and your energy is like really, you know, solidified, and you're happy within, then you radiate outwards. So it takes a lot of patience, but to also understand that how the karma works and that this is not our only lifetime. We had many, many lifetimes before. And so some things happen quicker for us now in this lifetime because in fact, we have studied those arts in our previous lifetime. So now in this lifetime, it's like easy. It's easy for you to meditate, or it's easy for you to do maths, or it's easy for you to play music because you've learned those arts before. So don't take pride in what you can do easily. Instead, just be grateful that, hey, this is an accumulation of arts. And some things are really hard for you. And don't take it so badly, like, why am I so dumb and stuff? No, just learn and take your time because it's, again, you know, there are many lifetimes ahead of us. So take your time to integrate the knowledge and the wisdom and don't hurry. At the end of the day, we're going nowhere. Right? We are forever alive in this eternal now. And so there's nothing to hurry, there's nothing to achieve, there's nothing to get, there's nowhere to go, no person to have. Just be content right here, right now, and just feel the riches and the paradise of heaven and everything within you and see what happens next. So with this beautiful end note, I wish you all a beautiful day and may you be well, happy, and peaceful. That is the most important thing, is to keep your vibration intact. Joy and love. Bye for now.